Another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. Today we're pulling from the Wild Unknown Tarot cards. We're starting off with the Six of Swords. I feel, you traditionally with the Six of Swords, you see the woman with a child, they're on a raft and they're moving on to greener pastures in hopes of, a better future. You see the rainbow shining here, and I feel like it's kind of like the same thing. They're talking about maybe a time where you get an energy attack. Um, and I feel like it's like finding your triggers, figuring out what the trigger was. And if we're able to figure out what the trigger is to stop it. And I talk about this with, people I read for all the time, our soul tribe. And it's like, can you figure out what triggered you? Like, I remember one person was going through and I said, is there a passing date? Is there a birth date, an anniversary? Of someone passing, or is it there something like that has happened in the past around this time that may be kind of triggering you? And it's like kind of reflecting what it is and kind of recognizing what's the trigger here, and then when it does happen we can stop it in its steps. This is why I mentioned pre-Mercury retrograde energies. So it's just like you're aware what's going on, just in case you are feeling a little off. It's not to trigger you. It's not to, be like, oh, doom and gloom is coming. No, 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 no. It's to sit there and be like, if you are going through it, to be gentle with yourself. They had talked about that with yesterday's cards, a time for rest. Be gentle with yourself right now. Be gentle with your body, be gentle with yourself. Obviously with the Rona going on, being gentle, obviously caring for yourself, like, very much like, someone was in my home. He was very, cautious about what he was doing, but it's just like, I made the conscious choice also to wear a mask because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, why am I going to sit there and not, this person I do not know, even though he took every precaution, it's like, I got to take precautions too. I got to be accountable for my actions as well. So, you know what I mean? I feel like it's just, I feel like because a lot of people, like what I got the feeling with IG is like taking off, you're taking down your decorations is kind of triggering you in a sense, that change, and it's people are kind of like, ooh, because there's still winter. I know a lot of people I usually keep it up until after Valentine's Day, but because, we had to move a lot of stuff around for, the internet to get upgraded, it was just like it made sense. Like, and I'm glad I did because exactly where he set everything up and drilled and everything is exactly where the tree was. So it's just like we're I still got my Hanukkah decorations hanging from the ceiling, and it's because I haven't had a chance. The past 2 weeks have been crazy, but it's just like being kind with yourself, being gentle with yourself. So if you have to leave up your tree for a little bit, then be so be it. If you feel like your energy is going to kind of stagnate, do something to change the energy up. Go have a shower, meditation, have a nice salt bath. That wonderful feeling you get just being, in that warm water. Go outside and go for a walk if you're able to. Like, just change up the energy, even if it's 5 minutes. While you're watching TV, sit there and walk in place. Start slow and then start working yourself up and keep going higher and higher if you're able to. So that when you get the blood pumping, you get your heart pumping, and it's just like that change of energy, so it's not just stagnant all the time. So the Six of Swords, hope at last. We see the beautiful rainbow. We know the rainbow is the ultimate symbol of God's, the covenant of God between God and humans. That love that He has for us. The Six of Swords is a card indicating a recovery from difficult times. Hope is on the horizon. Things will get better. It's important to rest, rejuvenate, and surround yourself with joyful friends. Plan a trip, short or long. Even getting out of town for a weekend will further lift your spirits. So, I don't know if someone like enjoys baking or like cooking, but they're showing them like cooking. I see someone in the kitchen. It's a female. She's got an apron on. It looks like you have one of those, like, I don't know if it's like a portable island or if it's a little island in the middle of the kitchen, and it's like you're sitting there. It looks like a mixer. So it's just like if if cooking is like lethargic for you, like it sits there and it just lifts your spirit, then do it. Like, do whatever makes you happy. You know what? I always say, if you're not harming anyone, then, do what you need to do that makes you happy. Like, like we only have so much time on this earth. Tomorrow's not even promised. So it's just like, sit there and do what makes you happy. Our next card we have is the Star. We talked about this on Tuesday. When it feels this good to be, when it feels too good to be true, you feel so good, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, the other shoe's going to drop. And the universe is like, heck no, girl. Heck no, young man. Like, don't worry, we got you. You know what I mean? You deserve to feel this good. Because when you go through, like, the Six of Swords, where it's kind of like a more darker card, because you've been going through it, there's still light. They always tell you in the darkest times, you can look forward to the light. When we go through the peaks and valleys, when we're in that peak, or the valley, excuse me, you can sit there and look up to the last time you were in that peak and sit there and be like, you know what? Look at that. It came out of the blue. So it's right on the horizon. We got to put the work in too. You had a hard day. That's okay. You get up the next day and you sit there and you're like, you know what? That was yesterday. Today's a new day. Let's see how we can mix things up. Maybe it's the way you're eating. Maybe it's your diet. They're highlighting diet. So try to eat things that are not so heavy. Try to, or maybe you need a donut. Maybe you need a cake, highlighting the baking that I saw. It's like, give yourself a break, just, do what makes you feel good, whatever lifts up your spirits. Hope, peace, and of mind. Standing outside of a dark night, you gaze upon the stars and see it and sense glimmer of wonder and hope. Even though you can't find the concrete answers to life's many questions up there in the sky, you can't help but feel comforted and renewed. And I feel like that when I look up at when I look up at the moon, just see the beauty of it. Just see how it goes through its phases, how it reveals all of its imperfections of being, having meteors and stars and whatnot collide into it. And you just sit there and look at the beauty of it, the light that it gives off, no matter what phase it's in. It's always, has this beautiful illumination. I feel like that way when I see the sun coming up, and it's like, I don't know, oh gosh, what's City of Angels, is it called? With, oh my gosh, what's his name? Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan. And it's like the angels can hear the sun singing as it comes up. And it's just like, you could just, if you go on my IG feed, you can see it, where the sun's coming up and actually looks like an angel figure. Like, it's just beautiful. And it gives you so much, hope, and it just warms your soul. Just to see, like, now, like, at 5:20, it's still light outside. And it's just like, see, it's coming back. We had that resting period and now we're coming back into the light again. It is not about action or situations. It's simply about connecting to the part of you that is hopeful and sincere. This force will bring light back into your life and infuse you with positivity, a loving card. So, definitely going to, where they see that rainbow, with it, we were talking about this yesterday. This is, you can pin your hopes on this star. This is definitely a wish fulfillment card. That, you can sit there and make a wish with this card. And I feel like, especially if you've been going through it, they're saying there's still hope here. All hope is not lost here. So, keep your face to the sun. Keep your face to the sky. You have the light to look forward. This is not, especially with the Six of Swords, this is, you're moving forward. So you're showing universe, you are not making a home here. You're moving forward. Feel what you're feeling. Try and figure out what is the lesson here. Maybe it's a blessing. Maybe they remove someone from your life and that's what you're mourning. The fact that, in the sense that this relationship or this situation, this environment was no longer good for you. And of course you're going to mourn that situation because, maybe they're a big part of your life. But that, they're always overstepping the boundaries. That they're always, not respecting you or they mistreat you. So it's time to move forward. So like, Joan Rivers said it the best, feel what you're feeling, but you make that choice to get back up and fight to see another day. We have the Two of Pentacles, very much of a balance and change. You see with the beautiful vibrant colors of the infinity symbol, it could be, stop and go. It could be fire and earth. But I feel like it's like when one thing leaves your earth, which is kind of, when you think of like negative, you kind of think of like the color red, and that the constant flow and flux of life, something beautiful, green, positivity comes back into your life. You think about, the caterpillar. It sits there and it eats, so that way it can sit there and make the cocoon and make the chrysalis to protect itself, and that rest and rejuvenation, what the cards have been calling for with the Six of Wands, or excuse me, Six of Swords. And it's like you're going to bloom out as this beautiful monarch butterfly. You're going to learn the lesson here. What was the lesson that you learned in that time of the Six of Swords? The Two of Pentacles signifies inevitable change. Since the Pentacles suit relates to earthly passions, this usually means a new job, financial situation, or a move. Even if you feared this change, it needs to happen, might even be fun. Face it with the grace of a new formed butterfly, a world of possibilities balanced upon your delicate wings. And if you think about the infinity symbol, you put it right up, straight up, horizontal. Instead of having it vertical, it's the number 8. So meaning you're going to be successful at, maybe this is the time, they're talking about, rest and rejuvenation. Maybe this is a time for you to go into your chrysalis and you're going to merge and you're going to have your wishes come true and you're going to be successful. This change, it's like you've outgrown the situation. And I feel like, your body feels like, feels like that. That's why you're going into your chrysalis. This is why you're going into your cocoon. So you can emerge in this new phase in your life better, bigger and better than you ever been. So if you need that time, they keep showing the bath. So go sit there, put some nice Epsom salt in there, recharge your body. Nothing like a beautiful bath. It's just so comforting, Safely, if you're able to safely, have candles around, have candles around. It's just, just sit there and get in that very, if you can get your hands on a nice bath bomb, get a bath bomb. Sit there. That's just the smell, the beautiful smell of it, just total relaxation. Enjoy this time before this change comes in. You're going to be running around with your chicken, like a chicken with your head cut off. And you're trying to scramble to get everything done here. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. May the universe bless you good. And we'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.